Ito, si Fernandez. Persoso. Arroyo. Long.
That we finally see VKKD play again. There's beauty in seeing her teammates play on the sidelines, but you know, one thing that she told me, there's also so much beauty in finally playing after almost or more than a year of recovering physically, mentally, and emotionally. And she told me she also learned the concept of discipline and patience while she is recovering. And just to sum everything up, you know, she just said this. She missed playing. She missed hearing the voices of the fans scream every time she enters the court or makes a good shot, makes a good spike, makes a good block, and there's nothing that would replace any of this. Now back to you, Boom and Jamie.
Gandler is still in front for Cignal. So is Doria Aquino. Better pass there. Gandler had to adjust. What an angle! What an angle!
Vanie Gandler just displaying restraint and control.
Variety, restraint and control, composure, adjustment there. That is... Lead is 2. Chance. Little low.
What a spot.
But Gandler finds a way.
And a lot of open spaces in the defense for the Cherry Tigre crossovers.
They're really making the most out of it. Cailluna set back. Dawn is there to chase. Vanie from behind. Oh, Vanie Gandler. A pass from Dawn Katindig.
The team effort we're seeing for Cignal.
Spike of the set brought to you by Duncan.
And now Cailluna and Cignal with a full front line.
Great serve.
To the slide, Ipak was blocked.
And here, says Gandler to Ipak.
Vanie Gandler with back-to-back points. 7. This block of the set is brought to you by East West Bank, the official bank of the PVL.
Yeah.
Mga rallies and dig. Bilang susulpot na lang ng A-quick bigla, patay ka agad yung bola. Pero I commend also for, of course, the defense coming from both teams, especially Cignal on the net. Talang nadidefect nila yung bola eh.
Gigil na gigil with attacks. Cailluna, a little slow on that play. Opportunity here again for her. Coronel was there for defense. Encarnacion, easy lob. Dawn was there. Vanie. Wow, look at that defense. Ball still alive, but a free ball goes to the HD Spikers. Vanie, easy tip.
Wow, smart play there. Great court sense coming from Vanie Gandler.
Look at this.
Cignal still serving. Score is 5-4. The ends are rejected by the block of the HD Spikers. There was no confidence.
Yep.
So Lalong Isip connects, catches the line for her 8th point. And it's back to a 6-point lead for the HD Spikers. Penemnas. Bombita. Here comes Ronquillo. Picked up by Lalong Isip. Gandler. And that dig no good as we check back in with Alexis inside.
Mela and Eric, like what I told you guys.
Set points still for the HD Spikers. Back row, Lalong Isip. Popped up by Mondoñero. Gates blocked by Doria Aquino. Here's Arroyo. Cross court easily. Doug. And pushed by Doria Aquino. Here comes Gonzaga. Blocked. Nowhere to go. Vanie Gandler with an excellent kill block to finish the set.
In some games was not even in uniform here for Petrogas. There was never a question about talent. Alam naman natin CC receiving again.
Good set.
Fernandez was there. Chance for Choco here. Back to Isa. Dawn. Gel on her knees.
What a set.
On her knees.
What a set coming from Cailluna. She also has to expect that Dawn will most likely get everything. So she has to be ready. Has to be on her toes. And Vanie just...
Talaga namang naging emotional kanina sa pagkikita nila ng kanyang former teammates. Kanina nga during warm-up, nagkaroon ng kulitan at
konting iyakan. Well, for sure, a lot of you are excited to see her play once again. Pero guys, she wants us to be patient. Sa ngayon, inuunti-unti lang daw ni Rachel ang proseso. Especially since kaka-join niya lang ng training last October. At ayaw naman natin siyang mabigla, di ba? Denise and Ann?
Control daw po dyan.
Young squad right here, talking about the Capital One shoulder Spikers. Good pass from Doramal. Over on 2 from Iris. Vanie hits long. Opportunity here for the HD Spikers. Trisha almost over on 1, but Doria Aquino manning the net pretty well.
Dagate. Yep, ayos na yung scoreboard. Cailluna sets this up. Fernandez unloads. Arroyo. Good dig on the floor by Gandler. Gandler still at work. Cailluna sets this up. And still in play. Another long rally, as Boom Gonzalez will say. It's a rally alert, long rally alert. Cailluna, tibay talaga.
Yep.
Hello, Fernandez. Kakain muna ako. Tagal pa nito.
No one's giving up.
Wala. Walang pipikit. Sabi mo nga, sabi nga ni Lexi, no tomorrows ito. And Gandler ending the madness, giving Cignal a 2-point lead.
But again, for both teams, they had
To defend with Lalong Isip and Abil at the backside. Misreceived. And a chance ball given to PLDT. Majoy gets ready, but it is Ceballos. Cailluna with a chase. Gandler puts it away.
And that is above the block of Majoy.
Improved a lot, knowing especially that she is going to be the target.
She knows.
Yeah, she knows. She's in the top 10. I think she's number 6 or number 5 in receiving here in this league.
No, and even if it's not a perfect pass, it's popped up for Cailluna. Usually it would come off as an ace.
Rogers, just reminding the girls, I mean, don't hit into the blockers. You have to play it smart.
Cruz from the back. Nice dig. They will counter with Vanie Gandler going down the line.
Why not? Why not set it to that girl with a hot hand? Vanie Gandler just delivering for Cignal.
Radio silent daw sila pero nag-iingat.
Kaya pag isasaba ka na sa laban sa mga ganitong competition, sa mga itong game days, ready lahat. Yeah.
So preparation is key for sure. And look at this, Abil once again with that hit from the opposite side. Right before that, Vanie Gandler back row. You know, it's so interesting kanina, diba? Naalala ko yung drop ball. But look at this. This spike of the set is brought to you by Duncan.
They're passing a while ago, but naayos na nila yon. Back in control. Slide this time from next net. Atienza gets checked by Vanie Gandler. This block of the set is brought to you by East West Bank, the official bank of the PVL All-Filipino Conference.
Vanie Gandler on.
Nice block by Gandler.
Well read by Gandler.
Jimenez really frustrated that last attempt. Saktong-sakto, inabot niya na lang kay Gandler yun eh.
She has a very short slide. She doesn't sell it with a long slide. MJ denied by Gandler. 2-0, Cignal HD.
Good start so far by the Cignal HD Spikers.
Madam Security is making sure they're safe.
Right in the middle.
Vanie with a soft touch right at the middle.
A bit surprised herself with that off-speed attack above that block. Switching speed, switching tempo.
That was a 4-0 run. And again, like what we said, even if they lose this set, it matters how they will fight up until the end.
Cailluna to Gandler. She is coming back stronger. This All-Filipino Conference. First set, 1. Grabbed. 1. By the Cignal HD Spikers. Let's look at this replay once.
You know, there are times na hindi ka talaga nabibigyan ng bola ng setter eh. Exactly. But it's very important na magsipag ka rin sa block and mag-approach ka na for the quick dahil makakakuha ka ng blocker eh. Opportunity for Shola. Ja gets the first touch. He gets the spike. check there by Trisha. She will spike this one. Miscue opportunity for Cignal. Who do they go to? Of course it is Gandler. And Vanie just taking it home.
Already committed.
Gagate on the service area. Cailluna setting this up. Good shot by Acuna, but still in play. Oh, that's a lethal shot, but kept very much alive. And it's down on the floor, and Gandler scores a new set 5.
You have to give half of that point to Don Makadili Katindig with such a beautiful save there.
Jel underhands this one to Gandler. Soft. Off speed. First time she executes that one.
Yep.
Gaping hole. 17-16.
Take a look at this. Going for that off.
Panaga, known for her serve too. Off to Ishii. Combination play.
Combination play.
You know what we also noticed from Vanie, and this might be just an assumption, but just from the way she has approached.
We all see her workout videos, very diligent, of course, outside of the team, but also the leadership qualities boom. She's talking more, asking for the ball more. Just like that, that's a set to her liking.
I was telling, Dawn and all the other guys.
Oh, nice set.
What a set.
What an Vanie Gandler, this time coming from the right pin, going for that cross court.
Touches, that's what you want. You're trying to widen the choices.
Kanina we saw Shola, bit of Genesis, and a lot of Vanie Gandler.
And we're gonna see a lot more.
That's just the ring finger of Vanie Gandler. Pero makikita mo dito for Julia Coronel, parang hindi siya rookie na maglaro dito sa PVL.
Vanie will try this time. Off speed, and it works.
So they need on the side of galleries.
But not to choose Evan once again, but the wall of Cignal has been impenetrable. Jamie, what a time for you to get that kill block.
Coach Lerma continuing to work here to confuse the blockers of Cignal. Talagang lahat pupuntahan.
Great coverage from Lalong Isip. Gandler with a push. The up by Ronquillo. Jimenez. Abil, perfect position for the dig. Gandler. It's on the line. Vanie Gandler.
Vanie Gandler.
Di talaga pwede yung ganyang klaseng tapikan na lang.
Ang taas ng reach nila sa block.
Oo eh.
They've been in this sort of funk before, but let's see if they could change it now.
Combination. We're seeing a lot of that this conference from them. And it's not just one kind of combination that we're seeing.
Multiple, especially in that.
And now, 21-17, Vanie Gandler, who already has 5 attack points, serves. La Rosa. Cailluna to Gandler from the back. Sayang, di naabutan. A split second miss by Delerio. So close.
Ilalabas ko na yung stopwatch ko. Ita-time na natin yung rally.
But may mga trainings tayong ganun.
That's true. That is true.
Patagalan ng rallies.
Dawn will play setter, back row for Vanie.
Gumugulong sa kwarto sa bahay yan. Una ng binabalibol, mga kaibigan. Such a outstanding libero.
Right.
In the meantime, naiskoran pa. Nakahiga na sa ere, naiskoran pa. 6 points, and Gandler has tied this count.
And this is why a lot of
Good pull there.
Good reaction.
Yeah, Gandler sends it to the what a smart play by the former Blue Eagle. 12 points, now hitting her average here. She averages 11 points. It was a little bit of a limp going to the bench. So we'll keep an eye and an ear on that, maybe from Lexi Rodriguez in a bit. In the meantime, that's another good attack from Vanie. Creamline better be careful here. They're only up by 2. And Vanie's in front, Neil.
It's point number 7 for Vanie Gandler.
Her secret is a cup of rice at least 2 hours before tip-off. So let's see if they got the fuel to fire up over the crossovers or if Cherry will be able to rev up their engine quickly today. Back to you, Boom and Jamie.
Fernandez receiving. Gel will open up to Lalong Isip. Cobb underhands that one. Gel takes a look at that defense from behind. On fire. Double figures. 11 points for Vanie Gandler.
Vanie Gandler dropping a bomb. Take a look at that. This set.
Actually, the first set.
Cailluna in the meantime for Gandler. Just with the perfect placement.
Points away from tying things up here. Set number 2. Talking about the HD Spikers, but opportunity here for Jo and the galleries. Good check. Gandler finds the spot.
That time, Vanie Gandler going long on her attack. It's also hard to find Vanie Gandler's attack where yun.
Yes.
Taas ng kamay niya. Nasa likod.
That's
taas
true.
ng kamay.
Let's see if Nextland can maintain this 3-point lead against the red shirts. See pass from Molina all the way to Gandler.
No, actually, the setup Gel Cailluna was a bit too far outside for Vanie Gandler, but Vanie Gandler was able to make a way in that sequence, targeting above that block.
In the first game of the qualifying round. Short pass again. Gandler. It's on the line.
Gandler. Again, for Lalong Isip and Gandler, it's those long shots.
Such an all-around complete package that the Petrogas Angels have in Brook. Reverse. Cailluna. Oh, that's going to drop in.
Yeah, good target on the short ball with Vanie Gandler.
Gandler with 8 points, 6 attacks against Galleries. Tower, a usually tough team to beat. Sets up this matchup between Cignal and Chocomucho. Another set of defenders drawn by Riri Meneses and benefiting with Vanie Gandler who swoops in.
Take a look at that set coming. Isip.
Alam mo, kailangan iwas mo kay Don eh.
Right?
Di ba pagpapalo, iwas nyo na kay Don. Oh! And Gandler continues to be prolific with 7 points.
Quick answers here coming from Cignal. Again, Gandler.
Well, it's been a challenge for Erica as the pressure's been mounting on her to carry the load for the team, while PLDT's game has been shaky at times, with also Savvy Davison on keeping the ship steady. Erica's firepower is what's keeping them.
Carlos with a bullet of a serve, handled by Katindig, and Gandler continues to rack up the points. 9 for her.
Keep on targeting zone number 1 as well. That has been the sweet spot, not just for Vanie Gandler, but also for Bernadette Point.
Lead is 4 again.
Good receive.
That's in.
Down the line, Vanie Gandler.
Gandler breaking that momentum here of the Cherry Tigo crossovers. Take a look at the location of that set near the antenna. They're sometimes hard to control.
Yeah, the sky ball or even like the real big hits, yeah. Still able to control it. Another point, is that a...
quick thinking.
Are they going to challenge here for
starting the set?
I think that's a good change-up because you're also adding net defense with Tolenada when she's in the front.
Straight to the pavement. Vanie Gandler will score.
Minsan pasulpot-sulpot lang para maiba lang din yung flow ng defense and offense of their team.
You mean like that, Alfred? But look at
Wow.
Dawn staying sharp with her reflexes. Ooh, a chesty. Ishii down the line. Suaje was there. Coronel back row to Ronquillo. Abil was there. Over on 2 for Gel. Will she do it again? She sets up Gandler, but Ronquillo throwing it away and giving the point to Gandler.
What I think coming from
Considering the height factor
Yes.
of the blockers of Cignal, so that is a wise decision to go high and long. Molina from that pipe again. They've been going to these back row attacks. M1 with the same point of attack. Gandler with a soft touch. M1 was there. Maraginot to Almonte down the line. Cailluna all the way to the left pin. Gandler gets it to go for the HD Spikers.
Vanie Gandler on a roll. You can see that she broke that block of the next set Chameleons. Take a look at that perfect pass coming from Judith.
Cailluna serve. Battle at the net area. Fernandez jumping up and down. Gandler to the end row. Troncoso, it's still alive, and yes it is. Gandler wants to end it. Quickly she does.
Vanie Gandler and the variety of her attacks.
And the second best scorer of the league. 24-21. Gandler! What a reply! 22 points!
Now passing has become a problem for the Cool Smashers.
Chance ball. Gandler asking for it in the middle. Doing an impression of Bernadette Pons here. 2 points off that zone number 1. Four here in the set. Dig pass. Dawn with the left hand. Vanie right behind the blockers.
Gandler, drop ball.
Very sneaky, very deceiving coming from Vanie Gandler. Take a look at this replay, Dawn. Just
10-8. And Cignal is benefiting from this. And now a free ball. Cailluna. Gandler puts it away. Spike of the set.
Good pass.
Gandler from the opposite side with a cross-court kill.
Well, she wants to win the match.
Almonte, the good pass. Permantilla. Gandler from the other side.
Touch on that one.
Kaya mo iskorin yan. Uh-oh. Precarious, but in play. Fernandez stretches for Cailluna.
The cameras are out because she's on the floor now, and obviously that moment that all the fans have been waiting for. But the crucial thing about what Lexi mentioned in that report, as we are at 17-8 now, is the word patience.
Yes.
That she says she has learned, because she told me when she guested on the show the last time with Savvy, and 11 serving 14. High ball. Vanie goes over the blockers and sends it to zone 1 again.
Cignal HD Spikers.
Better first ball there. Combination play on the other end. Triple block. Vanie's waiting. That's what I was talking about. Like hiding in the bushes.
Yep.
And then all of a sudden, springing into attack with a cross-body swing. I miss those zero tempo attacks of Santo Domingo, though. As Gandler just placing that ball,
On point.
13 for her right now. That is the average for Vanie Gandler.
Some big points. Combination play for Lalong Isip. Won't work.
Ball in play.
Trisha Genesis against the double block. Gatindig will be setter for Vanie from the back row.
Gandler, back row attack. 21.
Or anywhere she...
This is a battle. No question about it. Gamit hits long. Tracked down by Lalong Isip. Gandler gets back to scoring. And Vanie Gandler now with 12.
16 serving 18. Can PLDT do it 3 sets in a row? Fernandez denied. Dawn looks to her left, sees Gandler, and Gandler finds the line. Been going down the line or the corner
is needed from Cignal HD.
And remember, you know, Cignal has been in this situation against Creamline before. Vanie Gandler gets them to set point. 1 point. That's what she's saying. Good serve. Good dig. Tapol gets it through the block. Cailluna opens up to Gandler. Cailluna will try again. Overset, but it works. Gandler making the adjustment with the left hand.
Gandler making a way from that sequence. Using her left hand. Beautiful tip in that.
Yeah, it's not easy. I mean, you're coming off the bench, you know. Good stop.
Now to the back row, Genesis. Now to the open Vanie.
Good dig.
Good dig by Genesis. Cruz. Santos with the coverage. Gandler elevates and puts it down.
She's so smart.
From no wins last year, am I correct? Wala, no? Had to finally get...
They were in the bottom.
Yeah, they got 4 finally in the prelims. Lexi, what do you have? Let's go to you.
As expected, we know that the first point is very important in the fifth set. And alam ni Kyle Negrito kung kanina siya dapat pumunta. Creamline will get another chance to attack.
Dawn this time. Negrito with a good dig. Sent back. Bonds will send it. Abil sliding. Gandler off the fingers. Thoughts on the right side. Dart by Dawn. Gel goes back to Gandler. Guess where she goes?
Zone 1 still open on the floor for Creamline.
Open for business for Vanie Gandler. Let it loose a little bit. Loosen those arms for this offensive set. And it worked. Got a perfect first ball, the perfect set, and a perfect swing for the 12th point of our national team.
Coach Roger puts you in.
They've been going to the back row, and that is exactly why.
Yeah.
As in their huddle reports, they were saying to each other. Back to you, 7AL.
Boy, do they need all of those things you mentioned right now. They're behind 4-1. The tap. Gandler got that.
Her arms were too long. Scraped the net.
I'm really intrigued with Carol Santos because Coach Shaq is known for developing middle blockers.
You want to know the history.
Combination play. Cailluna covers the net. Alvarez with a great hustle play, though. Combination play for Vanie Gandler.
That has been their bread and butter.
Talk of drama late in the evening. Troncoso. Fernandez has been steady, huh?
Yeah.
Gandler. Yes! And Cignal is back in the lead. Gritty stand by Cignal here. Lalong Isip doing a good job. Digging and 2 straight points by Cignal to stay in the lead by 2. Deep. Gandler gets it to punch through, and they have a 2-point lead. Right into the heart of Lalong Isip's defense. Denied. Fernandez, however, keeping it afloat. Gandler. Troncoso surprise.
As expected.
As expected. Fighting for their tournament lives here. That's... in the corner. Jenny thought they had it.
Young Cignal squad beginning with this first set.
All right, thanks, Kyla. That's a very mature outlook for a 23-year-old. And there's Lalong Isip with a hit. Chay Troncoso popping it up. Montañero, the back set. Gonzaga. And there's Acuna with coverage.
It's a good set.
Hit from the back row, Vanie Gandler.
That's a good set coming from Cailluna.
That is your spike of the set, brought to you by Dunkin' Pasalubong ng Bayan. Chai Troncoso, 27 years old. Gandler keeping it alive. Chance ball, short pass coming from Gamit. There's Arroyo with a hit. Gandler got it.
Better performance from Cloan.
Great pass
Good
from
receive.
Lalong Isip. There's Gandler, got it.
Gandler.
Third point for Vanie Gandler, and it's back to a 4-point cushion for the HD Spikers.
Perfect receive.
Gandler has been serving for quite a while. Oh, ooh. And an ace.
Still a 5-point game, 18 serving 23. Long way to go if you're the HD Spikers, but that ace is going to help.
19 with the veteran leadership, not just Rachel Andakis and Jack Janela, but their new interim head coach, which is Coach Benson, who has an extensive experience as also an assistant coach at DLSU, bringing a wealth of tactical knowledge with him.
That's right. And, you know, for these younger, we'd say younger or newer teams.
4-0 run for the HD Spikers as Judith still continues to serve here. Quick set to De Guzman, no go. This time, Vanie from the back seals another point.
The Gallery Star High Risers next to Jimenez.
Another bad first ball for the HD Spikers. Gandler will push it and find a way to score.
Vanie Gandler scoring off the G.
And now the biggest lead at 5 points. There's an overpass and an easy put away by the HD Spikers, who are running away.
Alongside Cignal and Creamline. They may not have won, you know, games there, but I think that short stint gave them a bit of confidence. You know, it helped them.
Thank you for catching this game. Again, if you're watching via Filipinas Live, One Sports Plus. And I hope you got to answer our poll for today.
First set, and why not? That's where they have an advantage. Like you mentioned, Acuna, top scorer yan for Cignal ngayon.
And she's getting a lot more touches because of her effectivity, but Gandler very active in the middle.
You see the players retaining their focus after trailing against the Gallery Star High Risers. On the other side naman,
and avoiding the net as well.
And she was still above the blockers. 7 points for Acuna, 6 coming in set number 2. That's how productive she's been. Gandler, that's gone. Vanie Gandler with her first point in the second set.
To the Petrogas Angels. And
Good
last
serve.
one, great ace by Vanie to tie the match at 8.
That was the second service ace so far by the Cignal HD Spikers.